everyone! Welcome back to the Chill English channel. I'm Sophia, and I'm here with my co-host, Jake.
Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. We're really happy to have you listening and spending some calm time with us while you practice English.
Today's topic is something that applies to all of us, our daily routine. Every day, from the moment we wake up to the moment we go to sleep, we do a series of small habits that shape how our day goes.
Exactly. Some people like very strict schedules and others prefer to be more flexible. But no matter how different we are, routines are a part of everyone's life.
In this episode, we're going to share our own daily routines, from morning wake-up habits, breakfast, work, or study time, and how we spend our afternoons and evenings. We'll also explain useful vocabulary so you can learn English in a natural way.
So, sit back, relax, maybe grab a cup of tea or coffee, and let's start with the beginning of the day, the morning.
Jake, what time do you usually wake up on weekdays?
On weekdays, I usually wake up around 6:45 a.m. My alarm goes off, and the first thing I do is turn it off. Sometimes I feel sleepy, but I try not to stay in bed too long because that makes it harder to feel awake later.
That's very true. Staying in bed after the alarm can make it harder to start the day. I usually wake up a little later, around 7:15 a.m.
What's the first thing you do after you wake up?
After I turn off my alarm, I like to stretch my arms and legs. It helps wake up my body and makes me feel less stiff.
Stretching in the morning is a great habit. As soon as I get out of bed, I drink a glass of water to hydrate myself.
That's a very healthy habit. Drinking water in the morning helps your body feel more alert and refreshed.
Exactly. After that, I take a few deep breaths near the window. It helps me feel calm and ready to start the day.
I do something similar. I take a moment to breathe slowly before getting up. It really changes how I feel in the morning and makes me more focused.
After that, I go to the bathroom to wash my face and brush my teeth. It helps me feel clean and awake.
Same here. Washing my face and brushing my teeth are important parts of my morning routine. They help me feel fresh and ready to move on with my day.
Then, I like to make a cup of coffee. It's not just the taste. I think it helps me really wake up.
I usually drink tea, but I do the same thing. Having a morning drink helps me feel more alert and ready to start work or study.
After coffee, I spend a few minutes planning my day. I look at my calendar and make a to-do list. This helps me stay organized and focused.
I do something similar. I write down the 3 most important tasks I want to accomplish. It gives me a clear plan and makes me feel less stressed.
Small morning habits like this make a big difference in how the rest of the day goes.
Exactly. Even simple things like drinking water, stretching, and making a to-do list help your mind and body start the day positively.
Let's move on to breakfast. Breakfast is a very important meal because it gives you energy for the day ahead.
Yes. Jake, what do you usually eat for breakfast?
I usually have oatmeal with some fruit, like banana or berries. It's healthy and keeps me full until lunch.
That sounds good. I like eggs, scrambled or boiled, sometimes with toast. I also like a glass of milk or orange juice.
Eating something nutritious in the morning helps your body and brain function better. Skipping breakfast can make you feel tired or less focused.
I agree. Breakfast doesn't have to be complicated, but it should include protein, some carbohydrates, and maybe some fruit or vegetables.
Let's talk about some useful vocabulary from our morning conversation. First word, hydrate. It means to provide water to your body. For example, drinking water in the morning helps me stay hydrated.
Another word is refresh or refreshed, which means feeling clean, energized, or revitalized. After washing my face, I feel refreshed and ready for the day.
Then there's prioritize, which means to decide which tasks are most important. I prioritize my work by doing the most important tasks first.
Another word is recharge, which means to regain energy. Taking a short break helps me recharge and feel ready to continue my work.
And finally, productive, which means achieving a lot or completing tasks effectively. Having a morning routine helps me be more productive throughout the day.
These words are useful for talking about your day and your habits. Try using them when you describe your own routine.
That's right. Practicing vocabulary in context helps you remember it better. You can even write down your own morning routine using these words.
Okay, that's a good place to pause for now. In the next part, we'll talk about work or study routines, lunch, and how we spend the afternoon.
All right, everyone. Now that we've talked about our morning routines and breakfast, let's move on to work or study time. Jake, how does your work routine usually go?
Well, after breakfast, I head to my desk and make sure everything I need is ready. My computer, notebook, pens, and planner. It helps me feel organized and focused.
That's a great approach. I usually do something similar when I study. I gather my books, laptop, and notes, and I find a quiet spot where I can concentrate.
Right. Having an organized workspace makes a huge difference. Once I'm ready, I check my to-do list and my calendar to see what tasks I need to accomplish for the day.
I do the same. I like to make a small plan of my study tasks or assignments. It helps me stay on track without feeling overwhelmed.
Throughout my workday, I also take short breaks. Sometimes I stand up, stretch, or walk around a bit. It helps me recharge my energy and refocus.
That's a good habit. I usually take a short break every hour or so when I study. I might have a small snack, stretch, or just rest my eyes for a few minutes.
Balancing work or study with breaks is really important. You can be productive without exhausting yourself.
Absolutely. Another thing I do during work or study time is to prioritize my tasks. I decide which tasks are most important and do those first.
Same here. Sometimes unexpected things happen during the day, so it's good to be flexible but still have a plan.
Now, let's talk about lunch. Lunch is another important part of our daily routine because it gives us energy for the afternoon.
For me, I like to keep lunch simple. Usually a sandwich or a salad, maybe some fruit. Heavy food can make me feel sluggish, so I try to avoid it.
I do the same. I often have a salad with vegetables and some protein, like eggs or chicken, or a small sandwich. It helps me feel energized for the rest of the day.
Lunch isn't just about food. I also like to take a few minutes to relax. I might listen to music, read a short story, or go for a walk outside.
Yes, using lunchtime to recharge mentally is very important. Even 5 or 10 minutes of relaxation can help you feel refreshed.
After lunch, I usually continue work or study, but I try to include some light exercise in the afternoon. Sometimes a short walk or a few stretches.
I do the same. It keeps my body active and my mind alert. Sitting for too long can make you feel tired and less focused.
Let's talk about our afternoons in more detail. I often have meetings in the afternoon, team discussions, client calls, and project planning. It's important to stay organized.
As a student, my afternoons are usually filled with classes or studying. I try to balance study with some short breaks, and sometimes I meet with classmates for group work.
Even though our afternoons are different, the goal is similar. Stay productive while also taking care of ourselves. A few minutes of walking or stretching can make a big difference.
Exactly. It's also a good time to review what we've done in the morning and plan for the rest of the day. Sometimes I write down tasks I didn't finish in the morning.
That's a great tip. Reviewing and adjusting your plan helps you stay on track and reduces stress.
Let's look at some new vocabulary from our conversation about work, study, and lunch. First word, organize, which means to arrange things in a structured way. Example, I organize my desk before I start work.
Another word is prioritize, which we mentioned earlier. It means deciding which tasks are most important. I prioritize my study tasks so I can finish the most important ones first.
Recharge is another useful word. It means to regain energy. Example, taking a short walk at lunch helps me recharge.
Balance is also important. It means giving appropriate time or attention to different activities. I try to balance work with breaks to stay productive.
Sluggish is a word to describe feeling slow, tired, or low in energy. After a heavy lunch, I feel sluggish, so I prefer something light.
Finally, alert means being awake and aware. Drinking water and stretching in the morning helps me feel alert for work.
These words are really useful when talking about work, study, and routines. Try to include them when you describe your own day.
That's right. Practicing these words in context helps you remember them better and use them naturally.
All right, we've covered work routines, lunch, and afternoon activities. Next, we'll move on to evening routines and bedtime. Welcome back, everyone. Now that we've talked about mornings, work, lunch, and afternoons, let's move on to the evening and bedtime routines.
Yes, evenings are really important because they help us relax, recharge, and prepare for a good night's sleep.
So, Jake, how do you usually spend your evenings?
Well, after finishing work, I like to take a short walk around the neighborhood or do some light stretching at home. It helps me unwind and feel calm.
That sounds great. I usually read a book or listen to some calming music in the evening. It helps me relax after a busy day.
I also like to spend some time with family or friends in the evening, even if it's just a short conversation. It makes me feel happy and connected.
That's a good point. Social interaction, even a little, can be a nice way to end the day.
Another important part of my evening is preparing for the next day. I check my calendar, make notes, and pack anything I'll need in the morning.
I do the same. I also review my tasks for the next day and write down the most important ones. It makes me feel organized and less stressed.
Then comes the bedtime routine, which is very important for a good night's sleep. I usually start by brushing my teeth and washing my face.
Same here. It's simple, but these habits help you feel refreshed and ready to sleep.
After that, I often read a few pages of a book or listen to soft music. It helps me unwind and relax.
I also like to do some light stretching before bed. It helps my body release tension and prepares me for rest.
And, of course, we both try to go to bed at a reasonable hour. Staying up too late can make the next day much harder.
That's true. A good night's sleep is essential for our health, energy, and mood the next day.
Let's look at some useful evening and bedtime vocabulary. First word, unwind, which means to relax and become less tense. Example, reading a book helps me unwind after a busy day.
Another word is nourish, which means to provide your body with food or substances needed for growth or health. Eating a balanced dinner nourishes my body and gives me energy.
Self-esteem is also useful. It means confidence in your own worth or abilities. Reflecting on a productive day can improve your self-esteem.
Routine is another important word. It means a regular way of doing things. I follow a bedtime routine every night to help me sleep better.
Relax is a simple one, but very useful. It means to rest or reduce tension. Listening to calm music helps me relax before sleeping.
These words are helpful when describing your evenings or talking about daily habits. Try to use them when you explain your own routine.
Now let's summarize what we've talked about in this episode. We started with morning routines, including wake-up habits, stretching, drinking water, and breakfast.
Then we discussed work or study routines, including organizing your workspace, prioritizing tasks, taking breaks, and staying productive.
We also talked about lunch, afternoon activities, and light exercise, all important for recharging energy and maintaining focus.
Finally, we covered evening routines and bedtime, including unwinding, preparing for the next day, and getting enough sleep.
Remember, there's no magic formula for a perfect routine. The key is to find what works best for you and keep experimenting to improve your day.
Exactly. Even small changes, like drinking more water, taking short breaks, or stretching, can make a big difference in how you feel.
And don't forget to practice English while talking about your daily routine. You can use the new words we introduced today, like hydrate, prioritize, recharge, unwind, and nourish.
We'd love to hear from you, our listeners. What does your daily routine look like? Do you have any tips for staying productive, relaxed, or happy?
Yes, share your routines with us in the comments or on social media. It's always fun to see how different people organize their day.
That's all for today's episode of the Chill English channel. We hope you enjoyed learning about daily routines and picked up some new words and tips.
Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time with more English practice, calm conversations, and friendly tips.
Bye for now, and remember to take care of yourself and have a balanced day.
Bye, everyone. Keep practicing English and enjoy your routines.